I was watching TV1 Now this morning, and I came across a couple of interesting clips that I thought should be put out there for people to see, obviously if they don't have cable or access to TV1 News 1. This first clip has to do with President Obama and his nominating a Supreme Court justice. Now, in my opinion, Governor Sandoval of Colorado better be just a trial balloon being floated, because like I said in previous tweets, if Obama actually puts this guy up there, I'm done. But this is an interesting clip, so I'm going to play the clip and then I'm going to comment during the clip and subsequent to the clip.
We are going to go through a process, as we have done in 2 previous Supreme Court vacancies, to identify an outstanding candidate. And there's an argument that, well, the president shouldn't do this because he is a lame duck. Well, the truth of the matter is that traditionally the term lame duck refers to the 2 or 3 months after an election has taken place in which a new president is about to be sworn in. I've got a year to go.
President Barack Obama yesterday speaking about his decision to actually choose someone to replace the late Justice Antonin Scalia on the Supreme Court. Republicans have made it perfectly clear that they will not even meet with that nominee. Yesterday, several senators took to the U.S. Senate floor to share their thoughts on Republicans trying to block President Barack Obama.
Think about that. The President of the United States calls a very senior senator here, and he doesn't even respond to the president. This is a sad day for one of the proudest committees in the United States Senate.
So there isn't any rule book anymore other than the way they've rewritten the rules, and this is the right thing for us to do, and this is going to be our path forward.
I hope my Republican colleagues don't follow Mr. Trump's lead and try to stop President Obama's nominee through endless delays. No one's going to be fooled if Senate Republicans spend weeks haggling over unreasonable document requests or swamping the nominee with endless written questions. Mr. Trump has already made it clear that delay is simply a strategy to stop the seat from being filled.
All right, folks, and one of the names the Washington Post reported is Governor Sandoval of Nevada. He has been mentioned as a potential Supreme Court nominee. Senator Harry Reid, who you just heard there as well, said that he has already talked to Governor Sandoval, who is a Republican, about the possibility of accepting this appointment. I want to go right to our panel here talk about this. We have Douglas Sloan, co-founder of National Capital Strategy Group, Catalina Bird, media consultant and host of WEAA 89.9 FM Baltimore, and Gianno Caldwell, the Republican strategist. Folks, look, the White House has not signaled, first of all, they did not say that Sandoval is actually being considered. Reid did say he's already talked to him, which means that certainly he's being considered.
And he hasn't denied it. And he hasn't denied it, Governor Sandoval.
Yeah, but he hasn't denied it. So the bottom line is, is that actually happening? Yeah. There's no doubt in my mind the president's base would be highly upset if he chose a Republican governor to be his Supreme Court nominee.
When there are so many qualified Democrats out there,
especially a lot of qualified black women.
A lot of qualified black women, which is the point that I was making earlier. I'd love to see a black woman on the Supreme Court. I think it's long past due. But there are more qualified Democrats out there, and Sandoval, although he is moderate in that, he is in favor of a woman's right to choose, and he went to implement the Medicaid expansion for Obamacare, he is also not seen as labor-friendly, and that is a big issue, as we know, with the Democrats.
Yeah, and that's my number one reason, because there's going to be a major battle as far as the power of unions, and either allowing the power of unions to start to increase again or to strip the unions of their power. So Sandoval being anti-labor is a definite no for me.
at this particular time, the things that are coming up before this court, we can't have the seat not filled, and the Republicans are acting very irresponsibly if they block it. And Sandoval is a safe choice because the things that are coming up are about a women's right to choose. So at this critical time, I think the president is doing the most strategic thing, finding somebody that he doesn't have to appeal to his bases. He ain't running for anything.
Yeah, but his base elected him twice. Second of all, this is a lifetime appointment. Sandoval is in his mid-50s. This is a pick who potentially could be on the court for the next 30 years. So the reality is the legacy of the president does hang in the balance, and Republicans have said point blank, we are not going to even meet with your nominee. What I don't understand is why wouldn't you make a pick? Now granted, he has not chosen Sandoval. And again, I personally believe this is one of those names being floated that's not going to be serious. But let's say he is seriously considering Sandoval. What's the whole point of electing you if you're going to pick a Republican to be on Supreme Court? This is not like...
So he got Sonia Sotomayor because he gave us Eric Holder, because he gave us...
No, stop. Hold on, let's correct something. Okay. Eric Holder is not working for a law firm. Loretta Lynch is going to be actually at home February 2017. If you pick him, he's on the Supreme Court. And here's my question, Gianno. Yeah. Show me a Republican who would ever pick a Democrat to be his Supreme Court nominee.
Well, I can't answer that. But what I can say, listen.
Yes, you can. There's no Republican who would pick a Democrat to be a Supreme Court now. In fact, no Republican would even float the possibility of picking a Democrat. Show me one.
Let's listen to.
You find the whole party.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Come
on, Catalina. Don't fall for that okey doke.
Only Democrats are the only people that know how to act like real people.
No, Democrats are only ones who are silly enough to play this little game. Let me try to find a modern Republican.
Strategy in this situation. I think the president is definitely playing chess. I don't think that he's seriously considering him. No. What he is doing is putting one of the most popular governors in the nation up for consideration on the short list to say to Republicans, hey, this is somebody who is one of your guys. This is somebody who's well liked by voters across the country, and this is somebody who I'm considering. So what are you going to say now? Are you going to continue to block and obstruct?
It don't matter.
Now, I agree with Mr. Caldwell on that one. And yeah, and Roland's wrong. It does matter if you're basically trying to put the Republicans in the worst light possible. This is a good chess move.
Oh, that's the whole point of it. It's a strategy. I don't think he's seriously considering.
Absolutely not. But here's the whole point here. The whole point is here. Again, you cannot show me, please, 8 years of President George W. Bush, 4 years of President 4 years of President H.W. Bush, 8 years of Ronald Reagan. Show me where a Republican, show me a Republican who would even float the possibility of appointing a Democrat.
And there's a reason for that. Show me a Congress that was as opposed to a president as the Congresses that have been in session for the last 8 years. Show me a Congress that has been opposed to a president as these Congresses have been opposed to Barack Obama. Yeah, the Congresses were opposed to Reagan, but the Speaker of the House basically cut deals with Reagan. He didn't hate Reagan. He wasn't a supporter of a lot of his philosophies, but they compromised. Same thing with Bush. Same thing with Papa Bush. And the same thing with Clinton. They all compromised because they didn't actually hate the man. These Congresses actually hate the man. So he had to find a different strategy in order to try to get something accomplished. Again, I don't agree with Sandoval being made a Supreme Court justice, but I honestly believe that the president is playing chess.
The person I could possibly think of is Jack Kemp, who's long past gone and was never president. That's the only person I can think of.
No, so let's not even play. Look, this is not when he picked the head of the FBI, Comey, who's Republican. This is the Supreme Court. But my whole point is, you will never find find a Republican. The Republican base wouldn't even let a Republican president
Republicans
float
don't
a
have
name.
one base because they got co-opted by some libertarians that could never get elected as third-party candidates.
Not
They
to
don't even
mention
have the
he's
same
replacing a
base.
conservative justice. He's a moderate. As you mentioned, there's a number of issues in which he would agree with the president on.
No,
So this would be the consideration
no,
of a consensus pick.
Doug, go ahead. I mean, I don't know what y'all down there drinking, smoking at 7 or 8 in the morning. No, it's not reality. Because here's the deal. I would think that when folks elected President Barack Obama went into the voting booth, they probably said, I got him, I got Romney, I got him, I got McCain. I'm gonna pick this guy who's gonna appoint some folks or who are thinking like him for the Supreme Court. Not this lip.
They picked him because he's going to do the job, and that's what he's doing.
It's a lifetime appointment.
And he has a year left, and he's not really a lame duck president, and there's a lot of things coming before the court.
Douglas, go ahead.
Well, to me, this couldn't have come at a better time. I mean, we're in an election year. It looks like it's going to be a competitive election between, let's be honest, Hillary and Trump. You know, you do the math. That's what's going to
Who's
happen.
going to be the nominee? But go ahead, Marco.
Well, that's a different subject. We'll get to that in a second. But, you know.
She done lost her mind thinking Marco Rubio is going to be become president of the United States. But anyway, let's go. Keep going.
We were able to use this as a wedge issue. This is perfect. You know, we have 6 states that are up for grabs that we may be able to turn the Senate based upon this issue.
You are not going to flip any of those seats appointing Sandoval. You're not.
No.
No, you're not going to pick, because here's the deal. If you're a Democratic voter, and if he appoints Governor Sandoval, you're going to go, oh, you want me to rally that? No. But I will say this here. I'm telling you point blank, if you pick a black woman and you have largely white males who won't even meet with that sister, I can guarantee you, I will put, absolutely not. Because here's the deal. No, it won't.
In the Senate back.
Come on, Catalina. Come on. First of all, if you do that, Toomey's in trouble. Aoki is in trouble. AI's in trouble. You have Portman in trouble. You have Ron Johnson in trouble. Man, please.
In that case, because they've already said, I won't meet with them. I don't care if they're a Democrat, Republican.
No. Here's the deal.
In that situation, you've already covered yourself.
Right. Pat Toomey has a 29% approval rating in Pennsylvania. The Democrats have the potential to flip the United States Senate in the fall. Flip it.
Based upon
you ain't flipping Sandoval.
But what you really describing is race-based politics.
No, I'm not. Actually, I'm sorry. Here's the whole thing. They won't.
Then it's a problem.
No, hold up. No, here's the deal. They've already said we ain't meet with anybody.
Exactly.
So before Obama hasn't even named anybody, they have not meeting with anybody. So if my opposition says we won't even meet, no, they didn't say vote. They didn't say confirmation hearing. We won't even have a meeting. And I'm telling you right now. So if the GOP says I'm not even going to meet, I'm going to make an historic appointment and I'm going to challenge you. You won't even meet with an eminently qualified black woman? Sandoval won't do it. I'm going to bring in Congresswoman Terry Sewell from Alabama. Congresswoman, again, do you actually believe a Republican president? Catalina thinks I think she lost her damn mind. Do you actually believe any Republican president would ever float the idea of naming a moderate Democrat to the Supreme Court?
I don't. You know, I think that you.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I don't.
Alabama.
Say it again, but she know. She know.
Well, here's the thing. Judicial appointments are the legacy that sitting presidents leave for a future generation. It matters too much for Barack Obama to put a Republican up there, in my opinion. I agree with you. I think a black woman will be an excellent choice. And I just think that we need to just think long and hard before we put someone up there that we, for 30 years, would be up there at the Supreme Court, handing down decisions. So my thought is that I hope he will do his job, which is to nominate a highly qualified person. I think an African-American woman will be awesome. And I hope that the Senate will do its job and confirm. But I know we have to do our job, that is rally the troops on the grassroots to make sure that whoever he chooses, that we can hopefully rally behind and really make enough noise that the Senate maybe would confirm.
But also what you have here is that you have to look at this this decision, who you nominate, also within the context of the fall election.
That's true.
And the reality is, if you have, because first let's understand, the Senate, they're going to be on recess from July to November. So you really only have between now and July to apply maximum pressure. Imagine if every day you had folks going to Capitol Hill and you had every single day the pressure on those Republicans. Then you have the pressure on those vulnerable Republicans in swing states. Literally, the Senate could flip after November to the Democrats.
You're right. You're right. And I think, look, the reality is this: we elected him twice, and I think that this.
Oh, hold on. Before you go there, who voted for the president at a higher rate than anybody in America in 2008?
African Americans.
No, black women.
Black women.
Who voted at a higher rate in 2012 than any group in America?
Black women.
Not Sandoval. So black women did. So all I'm saying is, I would think if you're the president, what you should do is call for a news conference on Monday, the last day of Black History Month.
All right.
And make an appointment, make an historic appointment on Monday of a sister.
I just think that he should page his base. We're the ones that elected him. The strong Democratic base would be appalled if he selected a Republican.
It does not matter. No.
But it's a legacy appointment. It's a legacy.
And I don't know what it.
And now, I don't know what the hell Catalina Bird is talking about that he has delivered. Obama hasn't delivered jack shit for the black community. So where the hell is she coming from? He has delivered. That's bullshit.
Is with black Democrats and their obsession with making history as opposed to doing things the right way and operating in strategic
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold up.
There are so many highly qualified African American women, African American judges that
with this Senate, if they won't even meet with a moderate Republican who's a Hispanic, then you know that they aren't doing.
So what? So
why would you forgive them?
Right. Let them get to that point.
Let them get it wrong.
No, here's why, Catalina. No, here's why. Because if you also, the president nominates a black woman, you now have the leverage to say Secretary Clinton, if you win, will you renominate her? Yes or no?
That would absolutely be her.
Now you want to play. Hold on, Catalina.
Use the black woman as the carrot to help Debbie Wasserman Schultz continue to try to steal this election from Bernie for Hillary. That's what you want?
No, what I'm saying is this here. No, what I'm saying is I'm paying attention to the delegates.
We just want to make the black
still the elect. No, what I'm saying is this here. What I'm saying is
issue in terms of will help the Democrats to win back the Senate. Not so much it will help Hillary to win.
You know what?
Hillary's going to win.
I must say, I'm very disappointed right now that folks are talking about my president on this show. I'm disappointed. I got to tell you, President Obama is taking.
Talking about?
It's a good decision if he chooses to at least consider somebody that's outside of the party. Somebody that's.
Hold up. Let me ask you again, Giano, as a Republican strategist, would a Republican president ever consider a Democrat for the Supreme Court?
Yeah.
No.
Maybe Donald Trump.
Oh, stop. Oh, come on, girl. He's not going to win.
It's not a party outside.
Senator Rubio won't even win.
This is the first
Catalina.
election where millennials outnumber the baby boomer generation. You can talk about how black women came into the election.
Hold up, Catalina. You can outnumber. Catalina, let me help you out with something. You can outnumber them all you want to, but if you don't turn out, your numbers don't mean nothing.
That's why
No, you're not.
beating Cruz. That's why Rand dropped out too soon. And that's why
Time out. Hold up. Are you smoking some serious Newports?
Was the largest
Or is
segment
that
of the
some
Democratic
serious
Party.
weed? Marco Rubio ain't won jack. He ain't even won a state.
He's not leading in any state. He's running third in Florida.
The millennial vote.
The vote is not a reliable vote.
Okay. I know. First of all, I got to go to a break.
Yeah, so anyway, I don't know what the deal was with Catalina Bird, but looked like she kind of in the tank for Marco Rubio. So, but hopefully President Obama is the one that is actually just floating this out there just to put the Republicans in the Senate in a bad light. Because if this is a serious consideration, we're going to have major problems here.